To Bum Ashes. Today we're talking about Inzoi, a new life sim game that's going to be releasing in early access March 28th of this month. So it's March 28th, 2025. It's a new life sim game made by Craftion. And yeah, they release the specs, which are very interesting to say the least. From what I understand, I know it's an open world life simulation, so I expect it to be pretty beefy. Because The Sims 3 at its time was very beefy, and I think that was one of the reasons why The Sims 4 sort of came out, because it's more accessible, I'm assuming. I mean, there's a zillion load screens to do everything, now. Load screen to go to school, load screen to go to work, load screen, I don't know, to go to your neighbor in your apartment. So, yeah. It's a trade-off, because the thing is, Inzoi's specs are very, very, very intense, which I'll get into right now. This is the Inzoi with the hardware, with the pretty Asian lady and her kitty, which I want to put the kitty. Give me the kitty. This is the minimum. It's i5 TO. Yeah, TO. NVIDIA RTX 206, my bad. AMD RX 5600 XT. And that's the i5. i7 for medium, it's 3060. And the recommended is 3070. And it's the same processor. So if it's if it's the same processor, I'm not gonna go over that. And high is the news video RTX 480-7900. And same processor, and all the required DirectX version 12. The storage for each one is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's because, if your there's kids playing outside, but it gets interesting. The storage for minimum is 40 gigabytes, medium 50 gigabytes, recommend 60 gigabytes, high 75 gigabytes. So I wonder if there's other stuff, like maybe some more graphical stuff. And that's how I know the community is going to come out with custom content, I hope, which would be freaking great, because Sims 4 has a plethora of custom content, and I think that's what's really holding up the game at the moment, is all the custom content in The Sims 4, because I'll be honest, I use a lot of custom content when I play The Sims 4, custom careers and everything, and, just custom interactions, custom traits I got, and all that stuff. So, yeah, but with Inzoi, I think maybe it's more of 4K and shaders and stuff, maybe. I could be wrong. Just correct me on that if anyone knows any deeper detail. But what really bugs me about this whole thing is you need an internet to play the game. And that's sort of where my gripe comes from, not the AI, which I'll get into the whole AI debacle later on, because it's very interesting, or not so, but, regardless, I don't like the idea that you have to have an internet required to play the game. I just hope it's for early access, so they can gather data and stuff, to help make the game better. It's just, it really sucks to me that it has to be online only. I think that's something that the company should look into if they're doing, when they do a full wreath, and just gut that, I'll be honest, because to me, that's just sucky. I'll be honest. That sucks. That's just my opinion. And I think, like I said, I think it could have been optimized better, but like I said, it'll still be a beefy game, because Sims 3 was open world, and that game for its time was pretty hefty. Spider Children. If you don't know what that is, just Google it. OG Sim players, like my Sims 3 players, know what that is. That eldritch monstrosity is. Just Google it if you're curious. But yeah. So that's my thoughts with the specs. I'll be honest, I'm kind of excited for Inzoi. Like I said, I don't like the internet connection idea. Now with the AI, everyone's saying that it's using AI, which I'm not going to deny it because it is true. Like, I'm not like, oh no, they're not going to use AI. It's like, yeah, they're using AI. The problem is a lot of people are going to use AI because, first of all, it's a new industry buzz term or word. Like, it's sort of like the .com thing where I think a lot of people are going to use it. It may burst or may not, but it's a new technology a lot of people want to break into. And it's, while yes, it may produce trash, it's like, here's the thing. Most industries is going to use it. That's just a fact. And because it cuts down on cost and labor and all that stuff. It's sort of like, I don't know if you were born during this time, but I remember in the 90s, where everything went to China because they had cheaper labor. So all the companies sent it there. It's sort of like that thing where all the game companies and entertainment companies are going to use AI to make games now. I mean, it also doesn't help that you got freaking activists every second flapping off, which I think they should have a gag contract when they do social media, if they are going to be on social media, just to gag them, sort of, because they're going to flap them off and ruin the game. Because a lot of good games, I think, were probably ruined by people who had ill intentions. So that's also what I think. But here's the thing. Now I think, and this is just one company, EA already said, Andrew Wilson, which by the way looks like a fucking Chad, he said that, this is from GamesRater by May 8th, 2024. EA doubles down on AI and it'll be 50% of its workforce. And it's rumored that he also signed a patent for AI quality assurance and testing. I still haven't found. I only found like one video, which was not Malcolm, and not to say he's wrong. It's just I want more evidence. So I'm leaving it as rumored. And then at the Investor Day, Andrew Wilson announced that EA has 100 AI projects going. He could be hyping up more than it is, because a lot of times with investors, you sort of gotta, and this is what I've noticed, you sort of gotta BS a little, and you shouldn't, but a lot of companies like fudge the numbers, like Square's doing with the Cash Shop or Disney did, in order to get investors on board. That isn't to say I think that isn't to say Andrew Wilson is not on board with AI. I think he may just fudge the numbers a little bit. I think between these two statements, and then he went on a podcast talking about AI. It was, what was the podcast? Rapid Response, and he essentially goes into AI and stuff because the host asks about it, which is an honest, I think. Even if you don't like AI, it's something that you should know what the answer is, especially if it's like leading a company. And that's the thing. He said that it sounded like corporate speak, but it sounded like he was in favor of AI. So it's like, and The Sims is part of the EA, so that's just one company that is deciding to go with AI. Then when I was googling when I was looking for the Inzoi hardware, it turns out now that Sony's going to go do AI for it's exploring AI powered characters changing PlayStation games. A video of an AI version of Alloy in Horizon Forbidden West was leaked. I'll be honest, I don't know I think a lot more companies are going to be jumping on the AI train. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Inzoi, or you're like, I'm going to wait and see, or you're going to just like not buy it, which is like in your power if you wanna. That's completely your right as a human being to not buy what you want. Not buy what you don't want, my bad. So what do you guys think? Anyways, happy gaming, stay hydrated, take care, bye.